Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Italy and welcome to Monday Night Raw. We are going to go ahead and begin with a number one contenders match for the World Tag Team Championships. Alright, it is almost time. I keep mentioning it. I'm going to continue to mention it. We got, John Cena's final match right around the corner. And then the new year begins. And then we got the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and then WrestleMania. And with that ends the very first season here of my universe. And as we jump in here to Monday Night Raw, we are preparing for the very first week of the year, where we are looking to defend multiple championships. Of course, here tonight, as I just mentioned, we have a number one contenders match for the World Tag Team Championships. Those are set to be defended on the first week of 2026. I believe that's day one, Monday Night Raw, something like that. And then SmackDown would be New Year's Revolution, and then you have New Year's Evil or something like that for NXT. Point is, we want to have a lot of championships being defended within that first week to get 2026 started off very nicely. So we got some tag team action here, as first up we have the Payasos Locos, Pagano and Psycho Clown making their way into the ring. And now up next, one of the newest teams here within the WWE and here on Monday Night Raw, the Nemeths, Nick and Ryan Nemeth, looking to become the number one contenders to the World Tag Team Championships. Of course, Psycho Clown, Pagano, former multiple-time AAA Tag Team Champions. The Nemeths, multiple-time TNA Tag Team Champions. So we already have a lot of former champions, but do they have what it takes to be able to become champions and even become number one contenders within the WWE? We're going to go ahead and find out tonight, as Ryan and Nick Nemeth are now in the ring. I believe there are 4 separate tag teams, a lot how there was for the women's tag team matchup. I'm not 100% on that. We'll just have to wait and see. And what a weekend it was. We continued the last time is now John Cena final opponent tournament. And then we also had Halloween Havoc. We had multiple new champions, and Shawn Legacy becoming the brand new Evolved champion. We had Sikosis becoming the new NXT North American champion. We had Zoruka becoming the new women's NXT champion. And then the ruler, Obafemi, becoming the new NXT champion. So that's definitely going to shake things around over on NXT, having so much new champions as well as Evolve. So that is bound to make things very interesting, and I'm very excited for that, to see how things go there. As the third tag team within this match, the LWO, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, here tonight's looking to become the number one contenders. Of course, I believe it was, I hope this already happened, I'm not spoiling it. No, I believe it did happen. Dragon Lee, the AAA Mega Champion, said the LWO are not done getting gold. Unfortunately, Los Reyes did end up losing the WWE Tag Team Championships. But nevertheless, LWO still has, now the NXT North American Championship, the AAA Mega Championship. I believe that's it. But they have had a good streak. Zelina Vega was Women's United States Champion for a while. Of course, Rey Mysterio was one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. They had Dragon Lee still, AAA Mega Champion. And just recently, again, Sikosis, the NXT North American Champion. So there has been lots of gold coming for the LWO, and they are looking to continue that here tonight. And the fourth and final tag team, the Creed brothers, of course, ever since American Made got, this what do you call it, disbanded, or whatever. Basically, ever since they broke away They kind of all been struggling, specifically IBI and the Creed brothers. Chad Gable has been able to find some success with the Speed Championship as the Speed Tournament continues down over in NXT and Evolve. So very exciting with that. So fortunately, Chad Gable's still able to find his place there. But maybe here tonight, the Creed brothers can go ahead and find their spot within the Raw Tag Team division as this match has officially begun. And of course, as I always say, when there's this much chaos within inside the ring, my apologies if I mumble or stumble over my words. And then of course, if I miss any of the action, my apologies. I got two eyes. I try to look into the same place, and I'll look all over the place, so I'm not, cross-eyed and whatnot. So just enjoy the show, and I'll try not to miss some of the action. I have usually I do end up missing it, but it's whatever. We deal with it. And yeah, we have a nice little number one contenders match for the World Tag Team Championships. Of course, this weekend we will continue the Last Time Is Now John Cena Final Opponent Tournament. If my memory serves me correct, this weekend we'll be hosting the semis and finals. And the next week we'll go ahead and be John Cena's final match. So very exciting times. Of course, also very sad times as John Cena will be retiring, the greatest of all time, having his final matchup. And talking about John Cena, talking about his final matchup, he does have a match here tonight as he will face off against Penta El Cero Miedo for the Intercontinental Championship, which means there is a possibility for John Cena's final opponent to become, if John Cena wins, then there's a possibility for his final opponent to also be able to potentially win the Intercontinental Championship. So that's going to be, it's already going to make the situation that's already so great that much better. So I'm quite excited for that main event. We'll see how things go. A lot is at stake. Of course, Penta, a very fighting champion, has defended his championship multiple times. But here tonight, it's really about the fans. Again, I previously mentioned John Cena, of course, would love to become a Grand Slam champion, but whether he does or doesn't, he's still the greatest of all time. It's kind of more for the fans to be able to say, yeah, he was a Grand Slam champion. He won the WWE, or he was a world champion 17 times, so on and so forth. Yeah, it's mostly more about the fans, just to be able to see John Cena become a Grand Slam champion. So hopefully John Cena can get it done. As much as I do love Penta, I think more than 99% of the WWE universe, the WWE roster, and people watching that match will be rooting for John Cena to go ahead and win the Intercontinental Championship. But we'll see how things go, as right here, Los Payasos Locos may win it. And they do. Everyone else was distracted. And it was Pagano who was able to pin down one of the Creed brothers. I'm not sure who that was, but Los Payasos Locos are the new number one contenders to the World Tag Team Championships. And excuse me, we have to cut the celebration short, as backstage we have a brawl. It has just begun. Sami Zayn and Finn Balor going at it backstage. Of course, Finn Balor wanted a match with Sami Zayn just to test his levels. He wanted to see if he was, ready for the World Championship and whatnot. It was a simple ask from Finn Balor. All he wanted was a match just to see where he's at for real. Sami Zayn said no. Finn Balor was not too happy about it. He's done waiting. He's going to start taking. He cost Sami Zayn a match against the Ring General Gunther. And Sami Zayn, of course, not happy. So here we see him trying to attack Finn Balor. And was doing so for a bit. But right now, Finn Balor trying to fight back, as we need some security sent back there instantly. These two are just going at it, as Finn Balor now gonna pick up Sami Zayn. Sami still able to counter him. Come on, we need somebody to break this up. These two are bound to just have a match and end all of this. There is no need for all this mess to happen as Finn Balor looking to put Sami Zayn through a table, and he does. As Finn Balor able to walk away from that little brawl backstage as, I guess, the man on top. And I am excited to see where all that leads to us. Up next, we have some women's singles action. A very big opportunity for Stephanie Vaquer here tonight. She has hit the ground running, and if my memory serves me correct, she's still undefeated here within the main roster. She has a tie, and then apart from that, all victories, but that will truly be tested here tonight as she is facing former Intercontinental Champion, the inaugural Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyrie. Stephanie Vaquer with a big task at hand. And, it's going to really be hard to be able to put a favorite or underdog within this match. Of course, as I mentioned, Lyra is a former Intercontinental Champion. She is the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. But as of late, she's kind of been iffy. She's had her good matches, but then, whenever it comes time to getting those rematches for the Intercontinental Championship, she falls, and then she kind of hits a slump for a little bit, and then kind of rinses and repeats. On the other hand, as of right now, Stephanie Vaquer is on fire. So, it's going to be difficult to say in the sense that Lyra Valkyrie can go ahead and switch things up and start her streak right here, right now. But then at the same time, Stephanie Vaquer is on her streak right here, right now. So, very exciting matchup. I mean, this could be a matchup we see in the main event of WrestleMania a couple years from now, right? So, very, very exciting times. As I continue to say, I mean, so close to the finish line to ending this first season, and so close to the new one where we will start to see some new faces. Of course, unfortunately, we also have to see some releases, but nevertheless, it's part of the business. People come, people go, some stay and make history. And again, maybe these two can go ahead and make history in the main event of WrestleMania within the next couple of years. We'll see how things go. As next, we have Lyra Valkyrie, the former Intercontinental Champion, facing off against Stephanie Vaquer. And if Stephanie can get a win here tonight, maybe she can start, looking towards some gold over here in the main roster. Of course, she is a former NXT champion, former Women's North American champion, first woman to hold both of those titles at the same time, has held other world championships across different promotions, has won so many titles across the indies and other rival promotions as well. And here tonight, if she can get the victory, she could very well be headed down the right track to also gain some gold within the main roster of WWE, as Lyra Valkyrie here trying to fly off of the middle ropes. Was looking for a crossbody of sorts, but Stephanie Vaquer was able to move out of the way. As now very quickly we jump into some back and forth action between Lyra Valkyrie and Stephanie Vaquer. Who will be able to come out on top of this back and forth action? And who will be able to win this match here tonight? Now for Lyra, is her goal still, the Intercontinental Championship? Or is it time for her to start looking somewhere else? She has unfortunately failed already twice at the Intercontinental Championship, of course. All the way back at Backlash, she lost that title to Becky Lynch, who has almost held it for a whole year almost now. And then, of course, she got her rematch, failed at that. She got a second match, and she also failed at that. Bayley also failing twice. So it's like those two, who seem to be the number one contenders consistently between Lyra and Bayley, continue to fail against Becky Lynch. I think the situation is, what do you do? Do you keep trying to, force yourself within the Intercontinental Championship division, keep trying to force matches and potentially keep failing? Or is it time to, maybe look at the World Championship, or heck, maybe talk to the GM, see if you can get a trade over to SmackDown and start looking at the United States Championship? I mean, if Lyra does that, she could become the first superstar to ever win both the women's Intercontinental and the United States Championship. So I think that's a big question here for Lyra is where to go next. Because I just don't see the Intercontinental Championship to be within her future. Fighting for it and having championship matches, yes, but becoming a two-time Intercontinental Champion, I just don't see it just yet. So I guess we'll have to see how things go for Lyra Valkyrie, as at the moment Stephanie Vaquer is definitely in control of things and may be able to go ahead and put this match away, as Lyra sent straight into the turnbuckle. Stephanie Vaquer looking to put her onto the top, but Lyra fighting back. And now this may be the opportunity that Lyra needed in order to be able to secure a victory in this match, as she sends Stephanie Vaquer slamming down onto the mat. And now Lyra Valkyrie may be able to put the match away right here. Is this enough to beat Stephanie Vaquer? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Stephanie Vaquer, as Lyra Valkyrie gonna go ahead and continue her attack, as Lyra is countered right here. A nice dodge by Stephanie Vaquer, who now is in control and now may be able to put this match away as a big stunner. And now gonna look for the Devil's Kiss. Lyra Valkyria is in trouble as Devil's Kiss has been hit. And now there is only one thing left that Stephanie Vaquer can hit onto Lyra, and I think she is looking for it. A big old Phoenix Splash. And is able to make contact as Stephanie Vaquer now awaits a very slow rising Lyra Valkyrie. At least I thought she was rising. Maybe not. Maybe she's... okay, never mind. She is slow rising. I thought I saw some movement there. It was just taking her a lot more time than expected, as now Stephanie sends her straight into the steel steps. Referee's count gets to 5. Is Stephanie Vaquer gonna want to win here by countout? I don't think so, as referee's count gets to 8. And Stephanie Vaquer gonna look for the Devil's Kiss one last time, and there is no way Lyra's gonna get up in time. And now Stephanie Vaquer gonna look to get inside of the ring, as she has just won the... No! I thought she had made it inside of the ring in time, but the referee calls it a draw. And just like that, Stephanie Vaquer should have won the match, but I think she took a little too long. And that match ends in a draw. For Lyra Valkyrie, that is something great, because she was, closer to losing than winning, but Stephanie Vaquer is not going to be happy about that. We'll see how things go, as for now, look at this. We are looking at the Re-Evolution's newest member. Austin Theory has joined the Re-Evolution. And now, you got 3 minions for Seth Rollins, the 2 Brawns, and now Austin Theory, potentially even Brock Lesnar. So, the Re-Evolution, if they were already scary, they turned 10 times more scary at Survivor Series when they had the help of Brock Lesnar, and now adding Austin Theory to the mix. Of course, Austin Theory was trained by Randy Orton over the course of the last couple of weeks. It seems as though his training with him is over, and now gonna be joining the Re-Evolution in here tonight. He's going to have some singles action, as Seth Rollins has promised to show him exactly what the Re-Evolution can do for him and his opponent here tonight. Karrion Kross most recently fought for the Intercontinental Championship. And damn, I just got to think about Penta beating Dominic, giving him a rematch. That's 1 title defense. 2 against Ludwig, Logan Paul, Karrion Kross. 5 title defenses. And now, I believe, his 6th here tonight against John Cena. What an incredible title reign it has been. And the big question is, will he be able to continue that here tonight against the greatest of all time? Or is it going to be the time for John Cena to become a Grand Slam champion? We'll have to wait and see for that in the main event. But for now, we focus on this match, as, of course, I was very gracefully given the opportunity to interview Seth Rollins, as I was informed about the newest member in Austin Theory. So I asked him a couple questions. My first question was, why Austin Theory? And he said, very simple. The re-evolution is all about the future. Braun's the future. As in, Braun Breaker. Bronson's the future. And so is Austin Theory. It is all about cultivating the future. Showing them my ways so that the WWE is on top forever. So basically what I got out of that one question as this match begins was that Seth Rollins is all about taking control of the future and helping them thrive. Having their future start now rather than in the next couple of years. And I talked to him about why so focused on the future. And he said, well, there are so many people who are, in their 40s, almost 50s still here, like Randy Orton, like John Cena, R-Truth. There's so many people who should be gone by now and are taking the spotlight and they're taking the place of so many youngsters who have so much potential that by the time those guys do leave, we're going to be left with a big old hole in the main roster of unprepared superstars. So it is my goal to take these younger superstars and make them into future Hall of Famers, future main eventers of WrestleMania and thousands of PLE shows. It is my goal to get rid of these older superstars and make space for the new generation. So, very interesting. He wants to also get rid of the older superstars. And then I talked to him about Brock Lesnar. I asked, is Brock Lesnar part of the re-evolution? He said, when the sky is blue, yes. When the sky is pink, no. Which I have no idea what the hell that means. Is it basically almost every day he is, but sometimes he's not? Is it him just trying to confuse me? I mean, last time he said, bring the Brawns out. When I asked him about his other member, and it was not another Braun, it was a Brock. So, I don't know. This man, he's a visionary, he's a revolutionary, but he also cannot just speak, just straightforward. But point is, Austin Theory has joined the re-evolution. It is all about the future. It is all about getting rid of these older guys and making space for the next generation. And potentially still keeping Brock Lesnar inside of the mix, even though he's an older guy, and so is kind of Seth. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but point is, new member to the re-evolution to make them that much better. Austin Theory. Here tonight, he's doing things very nicely on his own, as Braun Breaker now getting involved by removing the padding off the turnbuckle. Referee quickly sees that it's not needed much from the re-evolution just yet. But nevertheless, Austin Theory definitely feeling a little bit more confident. Someone is here. Authors of Pain. Is it going to be Akam or Razor? Well, it is none. It is a distraction for Karrion Kross. But this is where the re-evolution comes to play, as Bronson Reed distracts Karrion Kross to not be able to do anything out of that. And instead, Austin Theory will win the match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Referee too distracted on that turnbuckle. I think he took a little extra long to make sure that Karrion Kross was able to kick out of that, but nevertheless, things may be over for Karrion here, as Austin Theory has just joined the re-evolution and is going to start off hot. No, what? Karrion Kross able to kick out of that. I thought that was the victory for Austin Theory, but this continues as Austin Theory now. Missile drop kick. Austin Theory, what is he looking to do? A big stomp to the face of Karrion Kross is now Braun Breaker. Gonna look to remove the padding off of the turnbuckle once again. Austin Theory with a big knee straight to the back of the head of Karrion Kross, who rolls out trying to catch a break, but Austin Theory gonna quickly meet him there. Karrion Kross able to counter. And what a team Seth Rollins has built, as much as I'm questioning his ways, and he's kind of, contradicting himself a little bit. Nevertheless, what a team he has built. Even if you do or don't count Brock Lesnar, I mean, you got Seth, already such a great mastermind, but then you have the wise man, the Oracle, Paul Heyman. Two big brains are better than one big brain. And then you got three freaking beasts, and like Seth says, they are the future, and they are ready to show it off here tonight, as Austin Theory was looking for the finish right here, but instead it may be Karrion Kross. No, he is countered. Austin Theory back onto the attack, as Austin Theory gonna charge something up here. Oh, Karrion Kross able to counter Austin Theory. A little too hesitant, and Austin Theory may be in trouble. Austin Theory may be out. 1, 2. A kick out of 2 by Austin Theory. As this matchup continues, and now Austin Theory able to go ahead and counter things right here. Karrion Kross with a big right fist. And now Austin Theory trying to return the favor. Karrion Kross able to reject that. Rejecting it once more, but now Austin Theory with the rejection of his own, but quickly Karrion Kross. Big boot to drop him down, and now here is where the Vision once again, where the Re-Evolution once again gets involved and messes with their opponents, as Karrion Kross distracted by Braun Breaker. This may allow Austin Theory to be able to pull off the finish, as Austin Theory sends Karrion Kross to the ropes. What is he looking to do? He's going to look for a big old kick straight to the stomach, as now Austin Theory looking to fly. Big contact made, and now Austin Theory may be able to put an end to this match, as he is now removing the padding off of the turnbuckle. Former tag champion, former United States champion, now part of the Re-Evolution, and looking to become the future of the WWE, climbing the top ropes, wants to put an end to this match. Big elbow drop, and Karrion Kross may be out. 1, 2, and Karrion Kross still in this. Austin Theory definitely thought this match was going to be a little easier, but nevertheless, Austin Theory is not finished. This may be it for Karrion Kross. Referee distracted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, at the end it was 7, but nevertheless, Austin Theory able to go ahead and get the victory. The Re-Evolution have a new member. How does he insert into their plans? I guess we'll find out as time goes. But for now, congratulations to the Re-Evolution. Congratulations to Austin Theory. And what the heck are you planning, Seth Rollins? Congratulations for now. As we now move on, we are going to go ahead and hear from the World Heavyweight Champion, LA Knight. Yeah, as he has something to say. Let's go ahead and hear him out. It has been confirmed that both me and AJ Lee will defend our World Championships on the first Raw of 2026. So, Seth Rollins, I'll see you there and then, and I'll put you away quickly. And I'll make sure that after that you realize things aren't as easy as you planned them. Oh, and you better not bring your minions, because I will be having backup. And LA Knight announcing that both AJ Lee and LA Knight will go ahead and defend their championships on the first Raw of 2026. So it is confirmed: Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's World Championship. Seth Rollins versus LA Knight for the World Heavyweight Championships. And then earlier today we were able to crown Los Payasos Locos as the #1 contender. So it will also be Los Payasos Locos versus the Lost Souls for the World Tag Team Championships. That's a come on the first Raw of 2026. As next up, we have the Triple A Reina de Reinas champion from Vice City. Hips don't lie. Lola Vice is here. Of course, was able to join the main roster after gaining this World Championship. She's come here to Raw and has been wanting to dominate. I'm excited to see when Lola Vice will go ahead and defend her championship here on WWE territory, as I believe she already has a championship title defense scheduled over a AAA. So excited for that. Hopefully she retains, because I want to see how she does over here on a WWE show, or WWE PLE. As here tonight, she's going to go ahead and face off against Ivy Nile. We had previously talked about Ivy Nile and American Made and whatnot. I keep talking about American Made, but the thing is, they are no longer a real faction, to say. Yeah, as I previously mentioned, Creed Brothers, Ivy Nile have been struggling. Creed Brothers, I would say the list goes, Chad Gable doing the best, then it's the Creeds, then it's Ivy Nile. Creeds, at least, in the tag team division, you could go on a losing streak, but then you can just quickly switch things around and go on a winning streak. On the other hand, in singles action, it's kind of harder to get yourself out of that slump, and Ivy Nile, I do believe, definitely is in that slump, but if she can get a victory, it should be here, or if she were to get a victory, excuse me, I'm not saying it should be here because Lola Vice is bad, but I'm saying if she were to get one, she should do it right here, right now. A big victory against Lola Vice, and then a championship opportunity. I mean, imagine you see Ivy Nile, Reina de Reinas champion. That's something you don't imagine, but it is a possibility here tonight if she is able to beat the champion. And a bit of a forward Pele kick is rope break called very quickly. I'm not too sure on that one, but we'll trust the referee, I guess. As Ivy Nile gonna go ahead and begin things here, very much being in control. But Lola Vice trying to fight back, big boots right here. As now a big multiple fists. As I'm hearing news that John Cena has officially arrived into the building here in Italy and is preparing for the championship match in the main events. Very exciting. I'm surprised he didn't get here earlier to, warm up a little more, but maybe it's also the nerves. I mean, you've won the world championship 17 times. That means a lot, but when you kind of have this, how to explain this, 17 times, it wasn't like he had the fans wanting specifically 17 times, right? It just so happened that he won it 17 times. With the Intercontinental Championship, the fans want you to win it so that you can be a Grand Slam champion. There's a bit more of, I don't even know, just more pressure. So, maybe the nerves are getting to John Cena. I guess we'll have to see as Ivy Nile looking to put this match away. Ivy Nile able to go ahead and only put down Lola Vice for the count of 1. However, Ivy Nile is not yet finished as she now sends Lola Vice straight into the turnbuckle. Big boot to the stomach. And Ivy Nile continues to be in control here as Lola Vice struggling to realize that the match has begun. Maybe she can realize it now. She has just countered. Ivy Nile now dropping her down, and Ivy Nile now going to go ahead and be pinned. 1, 2. And Ivy Nile did grab the rope right there. I'm not sure the referee even saw, which is crazy, so close. But what does it say about Ivy Nile and how she's doing? If she already has to stick to grabbing the rope rather than kicking out, is she already this tired that she can't handle that? I don't know. As Lola Vice now finally trying to get on the attack, but Ivy Nile quickly changing things around as Lola Vice quickly getting up. Boots, knees, punches, kicks, trying to do whatever it takes to drop Ivy Nile, and she finally does. Uh-oh. Jada Parker may be here. Oh, when Roxanne Perez barely came up, she tried to distract Roxanne and costed her matches towards the beginning of her main roster career. Now trying to do the same. Jada Parker is here. But it seems to me she was staring down at Ivy Nile. I think she's not here for Lola. Nevertheless, she is an NXT roster superstar. I get you lost your opportunity to be here on the main roster, but damn, does not mean you got to keep forcing yourself in these matches. But she didn't attack Lola. It looked like she was more focused on Ivy Nile. That is very interesting. Well, nevertheless, both women distracted, and at the moment it is Lola Vice who is in control, as she was looking for the pinfall, but Ivy Nile once again sticking to the ropes. But Ivy Nile may be out as Lola Vice for the victory. Ivy Nile able to kick out. Lola Vice going to have to do a little bit more if she wants to go ahead and secure the victory here tonight. As she may go ahead and put the finish right here, the cherry on top. There is no way Ivy Nile kicks out of this. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Lola Vice, the AAA Reina de Reinas champion, has just won the match. Not sure what Jada Parker was looking to do, whether it was looking to attack Lola or distract Lola or do that towards Ivy Nile. I'm not sure. But nevertheless, it is Lola, the Reina de Reinas champion, who comes out on top, who comes out victorious. And it's another loss, unfortunately, for Ivy Nile. As it is now time to hear from the man, Becky Lynch, the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship and the current Women's Intercontinental Champion. Let's hear her out. I am here to say that in the first Raw of 2026, I will become a double champion. I will be Becky Two Belts, and I will show that scumbag of AJ Lee that you can't just leave the WWE, come back, and expect to be champion for long. AJ Lee looking to interrupt. Let's hear her out. You better get your name out of my mouth. I understand you won a #1 contendership, and that's the only reason I've given you this match, because if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't deserve it. But since you want to talk so much, how about we have a match right here, right now, and give them a preview? I don't think so, AJ. See you in a couple of weeks. And Becky Lynch talking some smack, trying to tell AJ Lee she's just a part-timer, that she doesn't deserve to be champion for too long, and that Becky Lynch will become a double champion. AJ Lee was trying to give the fans a little bit of a preview of what's to come, but I guess Becky Lynch not budging. That match set to happen on the first Monday Night Raw of 2026, right around the corner. But for now, it is time for the main event of the evening. Here in Italy, the Intercontinental Championship on the line. The 17-time World Champion, John Cena, the current People's Champion, has gotten his soul back, and here tonight, looking to become a Grand Slam champion. A huge opportunity for the never-seen 17, the greatest of all time, John Cena. Once again, I'll say this multiple times, this is more for the fans than it is for him. The fans want to see him as the Intercontinental Champion in order for him to be able to be a Grand Slam champion. This is the one title that John Cena has never been able to win. And here tonight he gets that opportunity to go ahead and win it. As John Cena, Penta, the Intercontinental Championship on the line. And technically, John Cena would be a double champ. He was already a double champ as he held the WWE Championship and the People's Championship for a little bit. Now, he can go ahead and also hold that Intercontinental Championship. As here he is, the Intercontinental Champion. If my memory serves me correct, this being his 6th title defense. And if my memory also serves me correct, he has been champion for almost, I believe, maybe over 100 days now, which is quite incredible for Penta, as he comes in with his little swag, his little walk, excited for what is a big match. Never thought I would be able to see Penta versus John Cena, nevertheless, for the Intercontinental Championship. But here we have it on a regular Monday Night Raw, and of course, John Cena has confirmed it, that if he wins here tonight, he will also be putting the Intercontinental Championship on the line in his final match. If he loses, then, well, his final opponent will win the title. If he ends up winning that match, then the title will be vacated, and then there will be a number one contendership. That number one contender will face the former champion if it were to be the loser, Penta. And then crown a brand new spanking champion. So that is the possibilities to what would happen if John Cena goes ahead and wins here tonight. I'm very excited. I mean, as much as it's the Intercontinental Championship, this could main event WrestleMania. I mean, what a matchup this is going to be between Penta and John Cena. Here in the main event of Monday Night Raw, once again, we have the challenger, the greatest of all time, the never seen 17, here in Italy for one last final time. The People's Champion, John Cena, and his opponents. He is the Intercontinental Champion, has conquered AAA, TNA, and companies all over the world, has now arrived to the WWE, and has quickly, just made the fans fall in love with him. The Intercontinental Champion, Penta, El Cero Miedo, as there is the championship that is going to be on the line here tonight. Now, I hate to mention this, because I could go ahead and jinx Penta, or I don't know what you would call it, but Rey Fenix, Penta's brother, just recently lost his WWE Tag Team Championships. Is Penta going to go ahead and follow in the footsteps of his brother? That's going to make things interesting. Maybe he's at the pressure of knowing, oh, my brother lost, I got to win now, or maybe he doesn't even care and he's just sad that his brother lost, but he's locked in on his own thing. I guess we'll see as Penta showing some confidence as he hits his little walk right there. Big boot to the face of John Cena, but John Cena definitely showing some ruthless aggression as John Cena now following Penta, who rolled outside of the ring, maybe trying to catch his breath. John Cena knows what it takes to be champion, looking to do almost anything to be able to become champion. I would say anything, but he would not turn heel once again. He will no longer be doing that. John Cena wants to win here tonight fair and square, but if it has to be a rough match, he is willing to give Penta a hard-fought match, as Penta able to make some connection right there with John Cena, but mostly hurting himself right there as he flew off at the top turnbuckle. And now Penta with some big boots going to look to fly once more. This time Cena is going to feel the impact as Penta is now going to look for the pinfall. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2 by John Cena. Penta going to have to do a little bit more if he wants to go ahead and successfully defend his championship. And honestly speaking, what a heartbreak it would be to, I feel like, everyone in the arena here tonight if Penta is able to win. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. Again, I love Penta. I would love for his reign to continue, but when it's the GOAT and him becoming a Grand Slam champion is at stake and that's what the fans want, it would definitely break a lot of hearts. So we'll see whether here tonight John Cena becomes a Grand Slam champion or whether Penta will become one of the most hated men in all of WWE. Maybe not hated the way that Dirty Dom is hated, but just like, why, man? Why'd you have to win that match? Almost like a, come on, I want to like you, but you make it so hard type of situation. But we'll see as a suplex right there from John Cena, who is at the moment in control. And uh-oh, looking for the 5-knuckle shuffle. And there it is. Big connection to Penta. As now John Cena looking for the pinfall. 1, 2. A kick out at 2 by Penta. as this match continues. John Cena also going to have to do a little bit more if he wants to go ahead and secure the championship here tonight. Penta going to look for the Mexican Destroyer. Folding John Cena, locking Amelie, looking for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2.9. John Cena able to kick out, and this match has only been going for a couple of minutes, but these two already throwing their strongest hits. They know exactly what type of match this is, and now Penta may be able to put this match away as he jumps over the top ropes. I think he was looking to fly, but very smartly, John Cena putting himself in a position where Penta can't do that now, countering Penta. That little, 3 seconds that Penta had to go back inside of the ring was enough for John Cena to recover and now get back on the attack as John Cena sees Penta rolling outside of the ring. He is going to look to fly, something we don't see too often, but Penta has just been hit by a huge splash from John Cena, as now John is countered, sent back inside of the ring. Penta, what is he going to look to do now? Penta's going to look to climb the top ropes. He sees it's a little too far potentially. Decides he's not going to do it just yet, and John Cena may be in trouble as Penta wants to go ahead and secure another title defense. Is John Cena going to be put away? 1, 2. Kick out at 2. John Cena still in the match, still fighting for the Intercontinental Championship, as now Penta has been countered, and Penta may be in trouble as John Cena charging something up, may be able to go ahead and put a finish to all of this, as John Cena now, off of the top rope, is gonna look to fly. Big contact to Penta. And now pinfall 1, 2, 3. We have a brand new Intercontinental Champion. John Cena has done it. He is now a Grand Slam champion, and the Intercontinental Champion will be put on the line in his final matchup. Congratulations to John Cena, and thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you guys over on Tuesday night NXT.